Boom, boom. Aka boom. Boom, boom. Aka boom, boom. What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of The Undivided Legion. I'm your host, Trooper 6, and this is the Let's Paint series. Alright. Yeah, we're still tired. I did not take a break. I just went ahead, took care of a couple things real quick, and jumped right back in it. We're only here like maybe, I don't know, it was like 6 minutes. Something like that. I don't know, I had enough time for basically a song or two. And what I did, though, was I took the Army Painter Electric Blue and I dry brushed everything. So it will lighten up that blue. But then, of course, when it comes to the Nolan oil, we're going to try to avoid the armor as much as possible because I don't want to darken up that armor too much. You know? It doesn't do us much of a service. Ooh, before I get that out, we still have our gunmetal to paint. So, what do you say we get that going? Sound good? No, I'm just gonna get that part. I'll get that part. We'll go for a different feel for this helmet. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. Should is the optimal word there. You never know what's gonna end up being interesting and what's not. But you know what is interesting? These nuts. Ah, got him. All right. I know, cheap joke. Dumb. So dumb. You'll be all right. I'm a parent. I'm allowed to have my dumb jokes. You know, we got our dad jokes. And I know that wasn't a dad joke, but still. Aren't you glad? I did get someone with my favorite joke. It's more of a meme. That's how I saw it. It was a meme, and my God, for the longest time, every time I saw it, I would cry laughing. But someone's at a car dealership talking to a car salesman, and he slaps the hood of the car. He's like, man, this bad boy is going to be the perfect car for you. It's got everything you need, everything you want. The man turns to him and says, cargo space? Car no do that. Cargo road. I swear. Oh, man. The more I've said it, of course, the more I get desensitized. But Jesus, man, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I realized wow. I put the hole here, as I usually do with my scalpel. I forgot to go in with my drill. Whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Ah. I did take an allergy pill this morning, so I know I apologized for it. But I swear it is a breathing issue at this point. And that's something that I know I can do breathing exercises to try to build up the strength of my lungs. I just have not done that yet. What I've been doing since I've applied to the fire department was I've been trying to exercise more or less every day that I can. Not necessarily every day. You need rest. You absolutely need rest. I don't care what people say. I think any smart person who is into fitness would absolutely back me up on that. But of course you need rest. What are you, stupid? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm a little stupid. It's okay. You leave me alone, man. You're a fucking bully, man. I'd say, yeah, there's a little element of stupidity here because it took me how long to do this? I'm 35, man. By the time I would even hit the academy, I'd be 36. 1 year is a lot of time for shit to happen. And yeah, I'd say that was a little dumb of me to wait this long. I should have been trying this like 10 years ago. Not that I was any healthier. I really wasn't. But you know, you live, you learn. You learn how to deal with things. All right. And of course, this thing is going to go in a few directions with it, okay? We are. Uh, this is where chaos usually ends up taking just a little bit longer than any of the others because, oh, damn it, whatever. It ends up taking just a little bit longer because there's a little more detail and everything. And I like to keep things separated and whatnot. And it actually reminds me of one of the episodes that I just uploaded and edited, where I was pretty upset with a video that was made about people complaining about the detail of models, and I was like, dude, are you kidding me? And their complaint was, of course, the fact that they weren't that great of painters, so they didn't want all this detail. They wanted more simplified stuff, and I was like, dude, I don't care. And you can paint it however you want. So if you don't like the abundant amount of detail, fucking don't paint it like that. Because you're allowed to paint it however you want. But I've already made my case on that one, so I'm not going to say any more. Of course, I got to get the Night Lord's Blue back out, because of course I forgot this part of the backpack. Like a dingus. Or maybe I could have left it gray, because I could paint it however I want. Sorry. We're good. Now we've just had some Rush, Closer to the Heart, featuring Bubbles. Good old Bubbles. Alright, now we're going to get this out. And this, of course, being the death metal. And we don't need much, because we're just doing the extensions on the backpack here. Yeah, this part, those two, and a bunch of the hoses. Those are all going to be like that. You know what? We're going to jump to Muse live on BBC One, because that's a good one and it lasts a while. So, let's do this. See, right there, that was me trying to avoid doing the sniffle. See, yeah, that's more of a breathing problem. Which, yes, it has me very much worried, not just in life, but also for the fire department. Is worried. And as I've said, breathing exercises, you can strengthen your lungs, you can build stuff back up. And if it's just my fault, like, hey, you damaged your lungs too much, you can't do it. Well, then that's my cross to bear, I guess. That's my own damn fault, and that's about a 20-year lesson learned. And it will suck. It will kind of devastate me a little bit. I can't let myself fall back into what I had been over the winter. But man, it'll probably take me down a peg or two or three. Like, sorry, kid, just not good enough. That's alright. Life's all about trial and error. It's about getting up and trying something else. Or just simply try again. Or y'all can help me out. Y'all can help me out and help me become a full-time painter. How are we going to do that? I really don't know. I want to say sponsorships, something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have it figured out. I've never done this before. I would say it probably has to do with some sponsorships. It probably would have to do with with being monetized. I honestly don't even know if I can get monetized with my mouth. Shit. If I wasn't with my mouth, I wouldn't be surprised, but that just means I would have to watch it. But I've heard so many channels that are monetized, cussing up a storm, and they're fine. But I know YouTube has been trying to alter some stuff. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to it, and I know there's always a Patreon, and honestly, I would kind of leave that up to y'all. If y'all want me to do a Patreon so that you can support me like that, then okay. Because I've talked about it before to where I don't know what I would even give you guys as like monthly gifts and whatnot. And I don't even know if I really have to. Because I know there are just support options that you can go with. But anyway. That's a whole lot of nonsense that we don't need to be talking about. But you see, I'm still using this this death metal. And we're going down all these tubings. Tubing. Oh man, if anybody's a fan of Tom Green, you should know that one. Tubing. It's my tubing. Oh man, what a weird guy. Ahead of his time, really. Ahead of his time. And man, this death metal almost looks green. It's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. As far as that, right. Jump to the main body itself. Don't be a dingus. Don't be a dingus. Yep. These. I thought about just painting them black, saying screw it. But that would just be uninspired. Really, really would. I had also considered for the color scheme to go with, you know, this Night Lord blue, and then I was just gonna go with like a mithril silver. But I was like, no, because Night Lord blue and silver is, that's the Night Lords, man. Can't just do that. It's the friggin' Night Lords. You know, original Night Lords or pre-heresy Night Lords, and I'm not doing that to them. I have to have some kind of consistency here. Whew. Apologies again. And I think that's it for the death metal. So, we can move it along. And I've been killing time not getting to the white just yet, because I know that is gonna be a pain in the ass. It really, is gonna be a pain in the ass. Well, I'm telling myself it's gonna be a pain in the ass doesn't really help, because it might not be. But we'll get some skeleton bone out. Actually, whoa. I almost wanted to get the true brass just to offset all the dark tone, but no. We're gonna get that copper out anyway. We're committing. We're committing to the heresy, all right? Get that copper out. Get it. Get it and use it and like it. You can do whatever you want. All right. So I did want this spike to kind of stand out. Because there won't be much of the copper out here. And I almost forgot about something. So yeah, I'm going to have to clean the brush off again. Get that plate mail. And go dab. Gotta get those 2 spots on the skull. You gotta. Alright? Alright. Let that sucker sit right there, just like that. Alright. Get the copper back out. And get the bullet casings inside. And then we are going to get the skulls. Not every skull will be bone color. I don't mind making the skulls on the weaponry, bronzed. That is fine with me. It gives it that decorational balance. But the spikes on top, yeah, that is absolutely going to be bone. And you could justify it with a metallic. You really could. So yeah, get that skull and get that skull. Because this arrow, we're going to do white. It's just, the color scheme is going to be not all over the place, but a little bit diverse here. I like plenty of things for your eye to catch. We're going to do copper for this little, kind of like a sun emblem. And that's why I'd used it for my Chaos Solaire. My corrupted Solaire. I forgot that top part, but that's okay. And we need the belt buckle as well. I forgot the rest of the belt strap in there. That's okay, we'll get that too. Man, I feel like my lungs are having a hard time today. I'm almost lightheaded. Wouldn't be the first time. Don't worry about it, guys. It's probably because I'm not doing the to get some air, to get some oxygen to the brain. I really hope that it's nothing life-threatening. I think we'll be okay. I'm probably just thinking a little too much about it. And that's okay. Sometimes you end up psyching yourself out. And you just got to remember, man. Breathe. Just breathe. Power of positive thinking really can help you. So if you just try to remain calm and focus, you can get through it. You made it this far in life, right? I think you can make it through a few more things. Honestly, for the Ultramarines, you really could, since they're Ultramarines, you could go with that copper for all the chaos markings. It is very tempting. Quite tempting. But I don't think we're going to. What are we at? 1825. Alright, for episode 3? Yeah. But I had already gotten that skeleton bone out, so why don't we use it a bit. Alright, so we got a goblin skull here. And I've always been iffy about using skeleton bone on like orc bones and any of the Xenos. Because I feel like their bones are just not going to be our color. But that's alright. Like honestly, I figured orc bones would have a green tint to it. So I used to use necrotic flesh. That is an army painter shade. Because it has a sickly kind of green tint. And it really works. And why are we not using it here? I don't know. Just, we aren't. And it will be okay. There we go. It's usually like the skull right here. I would have made that bone color, but there's no real need for it. But before I put him down, I got to remember we're working with Chaos. Every now and then they have these little bone teeth sticking out of their armor. Because why wouldn't you? So we got to scour the armor and look. We gotta look for these. Just to make sure that there's not another one hidden somewhere where I'm like, damn it. Alright. I did forget that spike on the pommel there. So I gotta try to remember to come back for that. Because this just might be 5 episodes. Instead of like something like 6. Or even the 4. I do like to try to keep things to a 4 episode, but we might just show them just a little more attention. Alright. Not too shabby. I like it. I like it. I know there's another bone part here. There's a little chaos tooth sticking out on his armor. Alright, so there's that. And honestly, excuse me, we're going to go with this. This little spike, I looked on the box art of the Legionnaires, the Black Legion, to see what real color they kind of went with. And they just went with some kind of metallic to put a blade on there. And I'm going to go with bone. Because why not? I always love doing little things like that. It's really cool. And then we'll highlight it later with, oh my god, with what? We'll highlight it with mummy robes. Anytime I use a bone color, sometimes people are like, the bone color is nice, but it's still not exactly bright enough, especially if you want to do something like polished bone. And at that point, you want something just a little more pale. And the off-white of mummy robes works very well when it comes to highlighting bone. It gives an honest kind of coloring to it. Sells that very well. And I know I don't like using the word very, but still. Dang. Alright, just paint. Just paint. You can go back over it. I was trying to be very careful of the little head studs that I did, and I nicked it anyway. So I was like, alright, whatever. Remember, you don't have to complicate your process. Alright. Now, since we forgot 2 things about the copper, why don't we just touch that copper real quick while we simultaneously tell everyone goodbye and farewell. I do appreciate all of you for coming by, dropping your very nice words. All the new subscribers, you guys have been great. Thank you for helping me grow. Alright. And I hope that everyone stays happy and stays healthy. I'm having a brain fart. What did I need? Right, the pommel. Look at that. I very much hope that everybody stays happy and healthy. Like I said, life's shorter than you realize. And it'll be okay, man. It'll be okay. So, I guess I will see you guys next week for this awesome little dude. Hey. Totally forgot there's one more spike. Alright. May the Void Father guide your brush, or may chaos guide the bristles to oblivion. Bring mass panic to the stars. Later, everyone.